Traffic is still very much congested on the interstate near Micanopy, and as you can see, these are some of the vehicles right next to me that were involved in the crash. Then 30 people are standing outside City Hall with signs protesting against ending single-family zoning. As you can see, lots of trees are down, homes are damaged, and a lot of people here are just trying to pick up the pieces. Residents have been going inside the church to vote, and they say it's because they want their voices to be heard. The family says it's been a long 2 years. In a couple minutes, they'll be releasing balloons to remember DJ, and they say justice has still not been served. Right now, you can see behind me that Tesla crashed in the back of this Walmart semi-truck, killing 2 people. And boy, these truffle fries are actually really good, so I'm gonna have to finish these up and I'm gonna send it back to Ruel in the studio. Many protesters that were outside are now inside, letting their voices be heard, as they say many residents want single-family zoning to stay. Marion County Sheriff's deputies say they were responding to a domestic violence call on Northwest 215 Lane Road. Residents here in Dixie County's properties are still flooded as I walk in the water, and as I go further, the water goes all the way up to my knees. Residents here in Ocala are still feeling the effects of the storm, as some homes and cars were destroyed by falling trees and high winds.
I didn't think we was gonna make it out because, you know, I couldn't see anything around us. It was so dark.
An early morning storm ripped through Ocala, damaging businesses, homes, and vehicles.
I thought it was wind, and I come out to work because I just thought it was regular, and nah, man, this place is torn up.
Wind, trees, and other debris filled the streets and neighborhoods as roofs were destroyed by the storm.
Praying for whoever was in the vehicles across the street. Just pray for Ocala, because this isn't the only damage. There's damage all over our city right now.
And one of those cars was the Kwanye Wilkerson and his friend. He says he was driving when all of a sudden the sky got dark, and that's when the car in front of him disappeared.
Trying to look out the window, I see stuff flying around. Then as soon as I look back forward, a tree branch came right to my windshield.
Other places around Ocala were also damaged, like the Saddleworth Green Apartments. A falling tree tore down a section of one of the buildings and then landed on multiple vehicles throughout the property.
Went into the bathroom, so we were secured. We came then back outside once it calmed down a little more. I had looked out the windows and I had found my truck has been totaled out.
The Marion County Sheriff's Office says there are tarps available at their multi-purpose room on 3300 Northwest 10th Street for people affected. In Ocala, Taylor Simpson, TV 20 News. Protesters chanted "No justice, no peace," fighting for the rights of Terrell Bradley. Protesters packed the outside of the Blunt Center demanding justice to the gruesome injuries Terrell Bradley suffered at the mouth of a Gainesville Police Department canine.
Like, I was horrified because I had known it was bad, I'd heard it was bad, but when I saw how bad it was, I was just so shocked, and I knew that we had to let the rest of the community see.
According to Gainesville police officials, Bradley fled from a traffic stop. Officers found a stolen gun in his vehicle. K-9 units were called to the scene, and that's when they found Bradley an hour later hiding in nearby bushes. Images throughout the protest showed the damage the K-9 did to Bradley's face and body. Bradley's dad, who is a former GPD officer, spoke on the incident.
I have been in situations where I saw that they haven't used K-9s favorably. I think they're just an extension. They are a gun on a leash. And unfortunately, some of the officers that they have training the dogs, they think the dog reward is to be able to get a bite.
They say he was racially profiled because he didn't commit a traffic violation. Protesters like his cousin Tevin Bradley wore eye patches because Terrell lost his eye due to the incident. He and others are demanding something be done.
The officer that was in charge of that K-9 release of his duties, and the officer who racially profiled him, who pulled him over for no reason. I want him to be released of his duties too. Nothing more, nothing less.
GPD says they are investigating the incident, and it may take 7 to 10 days for the conclusion of the review. They're charging him with possession of cannabis, possession of a firearm, and ammunition by convicted felon, as well as resisting arrest. Taylor Simpson, TV 20 News. Their goal is to educate the public on endangered species, but many violations have arisen dealing with the welfare of some animals. They are known for having exotic animals, but a USDA inspection found multiple violations, including an obese jaguar and a list of new species that have not been updated for more than 2 years.
I can't go into major details about it because we are under a relicensing and kind of investigation process.
Other violations included Joffrey's cat with hair loss and more than 20 instances where visitors took images of animals over 12 weeks old without any restraints. I was not able to take video of inside, but I was given a tour to see all the animals.
We're not hiding anything. We had a vet that actually lives in this neighborhood, and she kind of just threw us under the bus. She wasn't helping us. She said she didn't support us.
PETA representatives say inspectors also found a hyena living at the Brevard's home and that multiple enclosures needed repairs. Brevard says the docu-series Tiger King has damaged private owners like him.
With this whole documentary that came out at the beginning of the pandemic has shed a real bad light on people in the United States that are privately licensed to have big cats.
Tiger King star Carol Baskin herself says single vision is on her watch list. She says animals 6 to 16 weeks old can bite a child's finger off.
And yet people will still pay to go do those kinds of things. And single vision holds itself out as a sanctuary, but no sanctuary allows people to contact or to have public contact with any wild animal. So it's shocking to me that places like Single Vision still exist and that people still patronize them.
Single Vision has until May 14th to make those significant changes. Taylor Simpson, TV 20 News. Two brothers were a match for a bone marrow transplant, and now the younger brother is helping save the older brother's life. Since birth, 20-year-old Javen Lawrence has been battling sickle cell, which caused multiple other illnesses like pneumonia.
With sickle cell, I'm not able to do as much like swimming and airplanes and all that stuff, but I believe after this I can be able to do whatever I want to.
About a year ago, and after more than 40 hospital visits, Lawrence's family decided to try a bone marrow transplant as a cure. His grandfather was the biggest advocate.
Finally, Javen started having more and more hospital visits after that. So we finally was just like, hey, this is something we gotta do. Let's just throw it out there and see.
They tested 4 siblings, with his younger brother Jarius being nearly a perfect match.
I didn't think he was my match in the first place. I thought it was my little sister. She acts like me and looks like me and stuff, so I thought it would be her before him.
Friday is transplant day, where they'll be bonded together for life.
I mean, it meant a lot that, I'm the one that can help him with his disease, and I can help change his life.
The tattoo reading "My Brother's Keeper" on both brothers' arms now means a little bit more. Lawrence explained what his goal is when he gets out.
My ultimate goal after this is to get a motorcycle and ride a motorcycle with my dad.
After the procedure, he'll have to live in Gainesville for up to 6 months. So there's a GoFundMe page on our website to help with those expenses. In Gainesville, Taylor Simpson, TV 20 News.